He'll get after you every chance he can get on defense. It's the Buccaneers and the Falcons, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
We're about 20 miles from the Gulf of Mexico at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa, as we bring you the NFL on EA Sports. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football, and you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense. We're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another, and I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other, they study each other, they work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're friends. But come game day, there is no question. At the end of this one, yes, they want their teams to win, but when they put their two box scores up next to each other, there's going to be some bragging rights come this offseason.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. They'll be led out by the lefty from the University of Washington. It's Michael Penix.
One thing about this guy that's pretty clear, Mike, is there's not a whole lot that rattles him. He does a good job staying even-keeled. You don't know if he just threw a pick or if he just led his team to a touchdown drive, and that was kind of the case last week. He didn't let it snowball into a bunch of back-breaking mistakes. He shook it off and kept playing. Now, can he keep that mentality as the rest of the year unfolds? And if he does, he's going to give his team a chance every single week.
Here's a 2nd and 6. London brought in motion. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
3rd down is the down that pass rushers live for. More often than not, they know it's a passing situation, and they get to just pin their ears back and go. Here early in this game, they're able to bring down the quarterback, and I got a feeling this won't be the last time.
So on 4th down, the Falcons bring on Bradley Pinion to punt. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. So the Tampa Bay offense set to work for the first time in this one. And they're led by the #1 overall pick back in 2018. Greg, it is Baker Mayfield at quarterback.
It's not often that you can win by multiple scores in the NFL, so you got to imagine they're coming into this week's game with a lot of confidence. They were able to put together a pretty well-rounded performance in all 3 phases last week. So, again, can they build off that? Can they continue to grow as an entire team? Because offense, defense, and solid contribution from their special teams, they showed last week, and going forward, this is going to be a hard team to beat.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Short pass taken in by the tight end. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mayfield. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. On 4th down, on comes Jake Camarda to punt for Tampa Bay. Fair catch made here. The drive will start at the 23-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Going right sideline and complete. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a 1st down. From the gun, it's Penix. He finds Darnell Mooney for the catch. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. He'll throw it left and has his running back.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game. Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away. Picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
And he's going to have a Falcons first down. They're able to convert on 3rd and short, picking up 4. From the gun, here is Penix. He'll get it inside the 20. And he'll be taken down.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of...
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
Taking off, and he will take this into the end zone. What a run! Michael Penix, touchdown Falcons.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. On the return is Trey Palmer. Strong. And he'll be out of bounds just past the 25. The Buccaneers offense ready for their 2nd possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They run with the Oregon man. It's Bucky Irving. And he's going to weave his way forward. It's a first down at the 44-yard line.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. That is caught. He got Godwin.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Baker going to hand it to White. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. They'll go again with White. Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's going to be taken down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. On the bootleg, it's Mayfield. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
An incompletion there isn't ideal by any means, Mike, but I think that's one of those passes where he made sure that ball was either going to end up in his guy's hands or out of bounds.
Baker going to give it to Irving. And he will score. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. It's his second touchdown of the year. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
So back to level after the touchdown. In time for the kickoff. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive. 1st and 10. He's got his man. It's Mooney. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. On 2nd down, they'll run. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. First down and more to the 45. It's a big play there on 3rd down, but there is a marker down, and that is not a good sign for the offense. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. He manages to get the throwaway and completes it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down. They'll throw. It's Penix. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Looking to throw. It's Penix. He's going to run it. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage. But that's all he can get out of that one. 3rd down, 3 to go. Here's Penix. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
Now, on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery.
These are the type of self-inflicted wounds that the coaching staff told us about all week, Mike, and it's been a real point of emphasis. Anyone possessing the ball, whether that's on offense, defense, or in this case, special teams, protect the ball at all costs, and I can promise you they're not going to be happy with this one.
And the Falcons are going to be set up with 1st and goal. He couldn't quite break the plane. They'll have it at the 1-yard line. London brought in motion. He'll get this forward. No signal. They're going to mark him down at the 1. A little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll go down. Back at the 4.
Down here this close, all it takes is one defensive lineman defeating his block and getting some penetration, and that's exactly what we saw here. Not only to stop the ball carrier short of the end zone, but to take him down for a loss.
That is caught. Trying to reach for the goal line, but he's going to come up just short. Wow, it's going to set up 4th down. So instead of going for the 1st down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Falcons will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Palmer now to return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. The Bucs offense ready to see what they can do. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by White. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. On 2nd down, Baker. To the middle of the field, he's got Evans. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. They send Godwin in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. Right back to Evans. He's got it again. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. On the ground, it's Irving. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
And that's a veteran quarterback doing what veterans do. Don't take the extra hit. Got the 1st down, get down. The drive continues. On play action, Mayfield. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with White. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion. Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
They face 2nd down and 7. Now Mayfield fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. He is in.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass, results in the touchdown pass. But really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Falcons offense headed back to take over once more. Trailed by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. On 2nd down, Penix. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Throwing is Penix. That one is caught by Mooney. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. Throwing again, it's Penix. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation. Well, we sit up here all the time. We try to break down why certain plays work or don't work. Well, this one's not real tricky. I mean, he just simply needs to catch the ball. I mean, that close to the 1st down chain. He just catches that ball and turns upfield. They extend this drive. He's got to come over to the sideline, take a deep breath, tell his guys, hey, man, that's on me. And he's got to go out and make that next play because his team's going to need him to play better as the rest of this game continues.
Palmer now to return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. They'll set up the screen to White. He's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. That's going to be pretty close. Looks like he's got it, and he does. 1st down. So we're at halftime here in Tampa, and the Buccaneers are in the lead. And we get you across the state to Orlando and check in with the coach, Jonathan Coachman, as our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start up in Charlotte. Baltimore in town to take on Carolina. And it's the Panthers who are out in front. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting New England Patriots. Tyreek Hill, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And that one, all time.
And apparently we'll forget about that for the moment and turn our attention to quarter number 3. Let's go. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A one-point game as quarter 3 begins. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and running back Rashad White ready for this next possession. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground, and here's White. And a good piece of running there. He'll get about 9 yards past the 35-yard line. 2nd and a yard. Another run here with White. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. A 2nd down throw from Mayfield. And that ball incomplete over the middle. He was trying to get that one to Bucky Irving. And it's going to be 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. He'll try and get there on the ground. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
Those are the back-breaking plays defensively that you just can't allow. You have the quarterback dead to rights. You're about to get off the field, and instead, you let him turn into a runner. Big play, and he picks up the 1st down.
He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. And he just continues to chew off more and more yardage with every single carry. And you can see here with the numbers, Mike, for as strong as he was in the first half, it almost looks like he's gotten even stronger now here in the second.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They send Godwin in motion. Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. Off-balance throw. It's complete. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the gun, it's Mayfield. And he can't get away. Down he goes, back to 16.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive. And what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
On 4th down, Chase McLaughlin in for the Bucs. This from extra point range, a 33-yard field goal attempt.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
McLaughlin hit the field goal a moment ago, and now he's back to kick this away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On the zone read, this is Penix. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
Penix now going to keep it on the zone read. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
This defense has had their share of troubles trying to contain this quarterback today, Mike. This time they go to the zone read. The defender goes after the running back, and the quarterback pulls it, keeps it himself, and has a huge gain for a first down.
On second down, they run the counter. And he's not going to get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory. They get him on the other side of midfield.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. 3rd and 9. Off the play fake, here's the lefty Penix. And that is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
The Falcons getting their punter out there. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and their running back set to go once more. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. They send Evans in motion. On first down is Mayfield. To the left side, to Godwin. He's still on his feet. How about this? And he's out of bounds, but they're going to spot this inside the 25. So a big one there to start the drive. 67 yards.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
The ball comes out. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sacked, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet. The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
From the gun on third down, it's Mayfield. And he's in! Chris Godwin! Touchdown, Tampa.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
McLaughlin now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bucs will extend this third quarter lead. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Falcons offense ready to take over once more. Here's 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
He'll get this out to the left flat. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. And he's had it going in the 1st half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. They send Evans in motion. Throwing is Mayfield. This one on target to Godwin. And he's out of bounds, but all the way down at the 30-yard line. It is a big play for the Buccaneers. An even 40 yards. To throw is Mayfield. A throw on the move is caught. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in. Second down and 3. They'll run over center with White. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. Baker to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And the Bucs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They bring the tight end in motion. They'll run with White. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. They'll go with the sneak. And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Baker Mayfield. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And another score puts them in great shape here in the 4th quarter. Greg, looks like they are on their way to 3 games and 3 wins.
And they say the only thing better than being 2-0, Mike, is being 3-0. And barring something unforeseen here down the stretch, they're going to get their 3rd straight victory to start this season. can't ask for a much better start. And this is going to give them a real good opportunity late in the season to find themselves in pretty good position.
Here comes a return from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. There's that man again. Another catch. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Now Penix to throw on second down. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
First and 10. Now a give up the middle, and he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. From the gun, it's Penix. And this throw batted away and incomplete. Has to get this to the 20. Here's third down. Here's Penix. And that is incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure.
Oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. And this will be recovered by the offense, so no run back at least, but it'll still wind up a turnover.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
And not much materializes there. He'll get this to the 35. Here's second and 9. Baker gonna hand it to White. And he's gonna be brought down up past the 45.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
Here's a second and 9. Putting the tight end in motion. On second down, Baker. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
The Buccaneers getting their punter out there. And he's on to punt for just the second time in this game. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The visitors' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with first and 10. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
On second down, here's Penix. A quick throw, that's complete on the slant. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play them man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here. And there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. The give. This is Irving. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. On the handoff, it's White. And he's going to bring this one close to a 1st down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. The last run going to put him up over 100 yards for this one. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They'll try to run for it. Here's White. And the Buccaneers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. They get the conversion on 3rd and inches.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the 1st down.
So, fire the cannons. It's a win for the Bucs. They continue their winning ways in the month of September. They're off to a 3-0 start. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Buccaneers get the win as we say so long from Tampa.